The Great Rejection. The story opens in 2387, 50 years after humanity's first contact with the Galactic Council. Captain David Stone stands on the bridge of the human vessel Unity, watching the massive space station that serves as the Council's headquarters. He remembers the hope his people once held. Humanity had achieved faster-than-light travel through their unique approach, quantum tunneling drives that bent space itself. When they reached out to the galaxy, they expected wonder, welcome. Instead, they found fear and disgust. The alien races viewed humans as violent primitives. The blue-skinned Altani considered human emotions too chaotic. The crystalline Vex found human unpredictability disturbing. The gas-based Nilari declared human biological functions revolting. Even worse, humanity's rapid technological advancement scared them. Ambassador Lisa Cross had spent decades trying to gain acceptance. She presented human art, music, literature, and scientific discoveries. The Council remained unmoved. They saw only a species that had nearly destroyed its own planet, that fought endless wars, that couldn't control its population growth. The final rejection came during the trade war of 2385. Human merchants, led by trader Marcus Webb, had begun, offering better prices and faster delivery than established alien companies. When the Council moved to ban human commerce entirely, Captain Stone's military escort tried to protect the trade convoys. The brief conflict ended with humanity's complete exile. Council Ambassador Thrix of the Altani delivered the verdict. Your species lacks the wisdom for galactic citizenship. Return to your system and remain there. Any human vessel found beyond your borders will be destroyed. Stone watches the last human ships leave Council space. His communications officer, Tom Clark, receives final messages from human colonies being abandoned. Families pack their lives into cargo holds, leaving behind years of work. But Stone notices something the aliens missed. During the years of attempted integration, humans had quietly mapped dozens of unexplored systems. Engineer Kate Morgan had designed ships that could operate in the harsh regions the Council races avoided. Dr. Sam Mitchell had developed techniques for surviving in space environments other species considered impossible. As the Unity jumps away from Council space, Stone makes a decision that will change everything. Instead of returning directly to Earth, he orders a course to the Void Nebula, a region of space the Council considers worthless due to its radiation and gravitational anomalies. The nebula stretches across hundreds of light years, filled with dying stars and cosmic storms. Council races need special equipment just to survive brief passages through its edges. But human ships, built tough and simple, push deeper into the swirling chaos. Stone's crew discovers something remarkable. Hidden within the nebula's interference patterns are dozens of habitable worlds. The radiation that drives other species away actually shields these planets from detection. The gravitational storms that destroy delicate alien ships become highways for human vessels designed to handle punishment. On the first world they explore, Dr. Mitchell finds evidence of an ancient civilization. The ruins suggest a species that once thrived in this hostile environment before vanishing millions of years ago. More importantly, they left behind technology specifically designed for the nebula's unique conditions. Stone realizes this is humanity's chance. While the Council believes they've banished humans to irrelevance, they can build something new in this hidden realm. The nebula isn't a prison. It's a sanctuary that only humans can properly utilize. He sends coded messages to other human ships, scattered across the galaxy. Captain Janet Hill responds from the Rim worlds. Commander Paul Davis confirms receipt from the outer colonies. Slowly, secretly, human vessels begin converging on coordinates deep within the Void Nebula. The plan forms quickly. They'll establish a base on the most defensible world, then gradually expand throughout the nebula. Every human with useful skills, scientists, engineers, farmers, soldiers, will be quietly recruited. They'll develop new technologies using both human innovation and ancient alien artifacts. Most importantly, they'll remain completely hidden. The Council thinks humanity is contained in the Sol system, They have no idea that their greatest mistake was driving humans into the one region of space where human adaptability becomes a superpower. As Stone's fleet establishes humanity's first secret colony on the world they name Haven, he records a message for future generations. They called us too violent, too chaotic, too unpredictable for their perfect galaxy. They threw us into the void thinking we would fade away. Instead, we'll forge something they never imagined. An empire built in the shadows, powered by everything they despise about us. The seeds of humanity's hidden empire take root in the cosmic storm, invisible to those who cast them out. Building in shadow, 10 years have passed since humanity's exile, and the Void Nebula has become a thriving network of secret colonies. Commander Elena Voss stands in the command center of Fortress Prime, watching holographic displays show the progress of 30 hidden worlds. The growth has been extraordinary. What started as Stone's desperate gamble has become a carefully orchestrated expansion. Human engineers have learned to work with the nebula's unique properties, turning cosmic storms into power sources and radiation fields into communication networks. The key breakthrough came when Dr. Mitchell's team decoded the ancient alien technology. The previous inhabitants, whom humans called the Builders, had mastered life in the nebula. Their automated factories still function, producing materials that exist nowhere else in the galaxy. These quantum crystalline alloys are stronger than anything the Council races possess. Ship designer Anna Bell has revolutionized human vessels using builder technology. The new ships don't just survive in the nebula, they become more powerful within it. The quantum storms supercharge their engines, the radiation enhances their shields. What Council races see as a death trap has become humanity's greatest advantage. The population has grown to over 50 million. Recruitment happens carefully, using coded messages and secret networks. Families struggling in the outer colonies receive mysterious offers of better opportunities. Scientists frustrated by Council restrictions disappear quietly from their posts. Military officers disillusioned with humanity's defeat find new purpose. Each new arrival follows the same pattern. They enter the nebula expecting hardship and find paradise. The hidden worlds offer clean air, fertile soil, and unlimited opportunity. Cities rise from builder foundations, combining human architecture with alien aesthetics. Children born here know only freedom and possibility. Major Rick Taylor oversees military development. Human forces have adapted completely to nebula warfare. Their soldiers wear armor that draws power from cosmic radiation. Their weapons fire concentrated storm energy. Most importantly, they can see and fight in conditions that blind other species. The military doctrine focuses on mobility and stealth. Fast ships strike from radiation clouds, hit their targets, and vanish before enemies can respond. Ground forces use the nebula's interference to approach undetected. Every human settlement doubles as a fortress, ready to disappear into cosmic storms if discovered. Economic development has exceeded all projections. Mining operations extract rare elements that form only in intense radiation. Factories produce goods using builder techniques that create materials at the molecular level. Agricultural centers grow crops engineered to thrive in cosmic energy, producing food far more nutritious than standard varieties. Most remarkably, humanity has begun developing psionics. Extended exposure to the nebula's unique energies has awakened latent mental abilities. Psychic researcher Dr. Grace Kim documents cases of telepathy, precognition, and energy manipulation. These abilities only function within the nebula, making humans even more specialized for their hidden realm. Trade networks operate through quantum encrypted channels. Human goods reach black markets throughout Council space, sold by intermediaries who don't know their true origin. Superior technology and materials command premium prices. The Council races unknowingly fund their own future defeat. Intelligence. Operations run by Agent Cole Ross monitor Council activities. Humans have infiltrated alien organizations, planted listening devices on key stations, and mapped military positions. The Council believes humanity disappeared into insignificance. They have no idea they're being watched by an invisible enemy. The Hidden Empire's government has evolved into something unique. The Council of Worlds includes representatives from each colony, but major decisions require consensus. There are no kings or dictators, only leaders chosen for competence and vision. The harsh environment demands cooperation over politics. Cultural development flourishes in isolation. Human artists create works inspired by cosmic phenomena impossible elsewhere. Musicians compose symphonies using the nebula's natural harmonics. Writers chronicle humanity's transformation from galactic outcasts to shadow empire builders. Scientific advancement accelerates beyond council levels. Freed from alien skepticism and restrictions, human researchers make breakthrough after breakthrough. They've mastered gravity manipulation, developed quantum consciousness transfer, and begun experimenting with dimensional folding technology. But the greatest achievement is psychological. The trauma of galactic rejection has forged a new human identity. These are no longer the desperate refugees who fled council space. They've become something harder, smarter, and more unified. The shame of exile has transformed into pride and independence. Voss reviews reports from the frontier colonies. New worlds are being settled monthly. Each brings unique resources and possibilities. The nebula seems infinite, offering endless room for expansion. Humanity has found not just survival, but a path to greatness hidden from those who cast them. As she watches the cosmic storms dance around Haven's primary city, Voss understands what they've built. This isn't just an empire, it's evolution. Humanity has adapted to thrive where others cannot even exist. When the time comes to reveal themselves, the galaxy will face something it never imagined possible. The Hidden War 25 years after. The Exile. Humanity's secret empire spans over 200 worlds. Admiral Jack Stone, son of the original Captain Stone, commands a fleet unlike anything the galaxy has ever seen. Today, he prepares for humanity's first major test against an outside threat. The crisis began when Council explorers discovered traces of builder technology on the nebula's edge. The Altani military, led by General Vrix, decided to investigate despite the region's dangers. They brought a full battle group, 50 warships with the latest Council technology. What they didn't expect was resistance. The encounter happened at Outpost 7, a human monitoring station disguised as a mining platform. When Altani ships approached, Station Commander Beth Gray followed protocol. She activated the base's cloaking systems and prepared to evacuate deeper into the nebula. But the Altani had brought new sensors designed to penetrate cosmic interference. They detected the station's true nature and moved to capture it. Gray had no choice but to defend herself. The battle lasted only minutes. Human weapons, powered by concentrated storm energy, tore through Altani shields like paper. Ships designed for nebula warfare danced through radiation fields that confused alien targeting systems. When the smoke cleared, 3 Altani vessels were destroyed and the rest were fleeing. The survivors brought word of an impossible discovery. Humans not only lived in the Void Nebula, but had advanced technology and military capabilities far beyond. Council estimates. The news sent shockwaves through alien leadership. Admiral Stone receives intelligence reports from Agent Ross's network. The Council races are panicking. How could primitive humans have become so powerful in just 25 years? Worse, if humans could thrive in the nebula, what else might they have accomplished in secret? The Altani demand immediate action. General Vrix proposes a full invasion to eliminate the human threat before it grows larger. The crystalline Vex agree, calculating that humans left unchecked could eventually challenge Council supremacy. Even the normally peaceful Nalari support military intervention. Stone knows humanity isn't ready for open war. Despite their advantages, they're still outnumbered thousands to 1. The Hidden Empire needs more time to grow and develop. But the Council won't give them that luxury. The solution comes from Dr. Kim's psionic research division. Human psychics have learned to manipulate the nebula's energy patterns on a massive scale. They can intensify cosmic storms, redirect radiation flows, and even create temporary dimensional rifts. The nebula itself can become a weapon. Operation Shadowfall begins with coordinated strikes across the galaxy. Human sleeper agents placed years earlier activate simultaneously. They sabotage Council military installations, disrupt communication networks, and steal critical intelligence. The Council faces attacks from enemies they thought were extinct. Meanwhile, the nebula's borders become a nightmare zone. Psionic adepts create storm walls that destroy any ship attempting entry. Radiation bursts blind sensors across entire star systems. Space itself seems to turn hostile to Council forces. The aliens' technological advantage means nothing when their equipment fails in environments humans have mastered. Council ships break down in conditions where human vessels grow stronger. Alien soldiers suffocate in atmospheres that energize human troops. Colonel Sarah Price leads ground operations on worlds the Council thought secure. Her forces use dimensional portals to appear anywhere in the galaxy, strike their targets, and vanish back into the nebula. They capture alien technology, rescue human prisoners, and gather intelligence on enemy movements. But the most devastating weapon is psychological warfare. Agent Ross spreads rumors that humans have become something beyond mortal understanding. Stories circulate of human soldiers who can walk through walls, ships that phase in and out of reality, and leaders who see the future itself. The truth is simpler, but more frightening. Humanity has adapted to thrive in impossible conditions. They've become specialized for warfare, in environments that cripple other species. The nebula hasn't just hidden them, it's transformed them into something uniquely dangerous. General Vrix's invasion force learns this lesson firsthand. When they finally penetrate the nebula's outer barriers, they find themselves fighting an enemy that appears and disappears at will. Human ships emerge from cosmic storms like predators from tall grass. Battles occur in 3 dimensions while the nebula's energy effects create tactical possibilities aliens can't comprehend. The Council's technological superiority crumbles against opponents who've mastered their environment completely. Advanced sensors fail in radiation storms. Sophisticated weapons overheat in quantum fields. Million-credit warships are destroyed by enemies they never clearly see. After 6 months of one-sided defeats, the Council calls for ceasefire talks. They offer to negotiate humanity's return to galactic society. But Admiral Stone has different ideas. Humanity has spent decades building something remarkable in secret. Now it's time to show the galaxy what they've accomplished. The Hidden War has become humanity's announcement to the stars. They're not the same species that was cast out in shame. They've evolved into something far more dangerous than their enemies ever imagined. The revelation. 30 years after the exile, humanity prepares to reveal their true strength to the galaxy. Emperor Marcus Stone, grandson of the original captain, stands before the assembled leaders of the Hidden Empire. Today marks the end of secrecy and the beginning of a new galactic age. The ceasefire negotiations have dragged on for months. Council representatives meet with human diplomats on neutral stations, still believing they're dealing with desperate refugees. Ambassador Lisa Cross, now elderly but sharp, plays her role perfectly. She presents humanity as willing to accept limited autonomy in exchange for peace. Behind the diplomatic theater, massive preparations unfold across the nebula. Admiral Stone coordinates the largest military buildup in human history. 500 worlds contribute ships, soldiers, and resources to Operation Daybreak, humanity's emergence from shadow into light. The transformation has been remarkable. Human civilization in the nebula has evolved beyond anything the original exiles imagined. Cities float in quantum storms, drawing power from cosmic chaos. Entire planets have been converted into fortress worlds, their surfaces covered with weapons that fire concentrated starlight. Most impressive are the humans themselves. 3 decades of nebula exposure have created a subspecies adapted for cosmic warfare. Enhanced reflexes, radiation immunity, and psionic abilities are now standard traits. Children born in the storms can navigate by sensing gravity fluctuations and communicate through quantum entanglement. Dr. Kim's research teams have pushed human evolution deliberately. Genetic modifications allow survival in hard vacuum. Neural implants provide instant access to the nebula's information networks. Some volunteers have undergone full cybernetic conversion, becoming living ships that merge consciousness with cosmic forces. The military capabilities would stagger Council observers. Human weapons now channel raw stellar energy. Armor systems phase partially out of normal space-time. Ships exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, making them nearly impossible to target with conventional sensors. But technology is only part of humanity's advantage. The Hidden Empire has bred a generation of leaders unlike anything in galactic history. These are individuals who've known only growth, expansion, and victory. They've never accepted limitations or compromise. To them, the galaxy isn't humanity's judge. It's their inheritance. Intelligence Agent Ross delivers his final report from Council space. The alien races remain divided and confused. The Altani want continued war, but lack support. The Vex calculate that peace offers better survival odds. The Nalari simply want the mysterious attacks to stop. None of them understand what they're truly facing. Council leadership still thinks in terms of containing a dangerous but limited threat. They imagine negotiations will result in humanity accepting a subordinate position in galactic affairs. The possibility that humans might demand equality or superiority hasn't occurred to them. The revelation begins subtly. Human vessels start appearing in previously unexplored systems throughout the galaxy. Not primitive refugee ships, but sleek warships that seem to bend light around themselves. They don't attack, but their presence sends a clear message. Humanity's reach extends far beyond the nebula. Exploration fleets report finding human colonies on worlds the Council considered uninhabitable. Desert planets with cities powered by solar storms. Ice worlds where humans live in harmony with native crystal formations. Gas giants where floating cities harvest atmospheric energy. The scope becomes clear when humanity reveals their true population numbers. Not the few 100 million the Council estimated, but over 50 billion spread across 1,000 worlds. The Hidden Empire contains more humans than existed when they were first exiled. Cultural achievements follow military demonstrations. Human art forms using living energy as medium. Architecture that incorporates dimensional folding. Music composed from stellar radiation patterns. The refugees have become creators of wonders the Council races can barely comprehend. Scientific discoveries reshape galactic understanding. Humans have learned to manipulate fundamental forces, create matter from pure energy, and even influence probability itself. Their mastery of quantum mechanics exceeds anything in Council archives. The diplomatic revelation comes during a routine negotiation session. Ambassador Cross receives a priority communication and announces that she must consult with her government. When asked for a timeline, she smiles and says the Emperor will respond within the hour. Council representatives assume this means a conference call. Instead, the space around the neutral station fills with human warships materializing from dimensional folds. The lead vessel is a kilometer-long dreadnought that radiates power even while motionless. Emperor Stone's hologram appears in the conference room, but this isn't a transmission. It's a quantum projection that exists simultaneously across space. He speaks with the authority of someone who's never known defeat or limitation. For 30 years, you believed you had contained humanity's ambitions, he begins. You thought exile would lead to our decline and eventual disappearance. Instead, you gave us the freedom to become something greater than we ever imagined. The Council representatives stare in shock as data streams show the true scope of humanity's achievements. Hundreds of worlds, billions of people, technology that surpasses their own. The species they cast out as unworthy has become the galaxy's dominant power. The age of human supremacy has begun. The new galactic order 5 years have passed since humanity's dramatic revelation, and the galaxy has transformed beyond recognition. Emperor Stone stands on the observation deck of Terra Nova, the massive space station that serves as humanity's new galactic capital. Through the transparent walls, he watches representatives from dozens of alien species arriving for the 5th annual Galactic Summit. The transition period had been turbulent but surprisingly brief. Many council races chose immediate submission rather than face humanity's overwhelming technological and numerical superiority. The Altani, once humanity's greatest opponents, became among the first to pledge loyalty when they realized resistance meant extinction. General Vrix himself now serves as a human military advisor, his strategic insights valued despite past conflicts. The crystalline Vex adapted through calculation, determining that cooperation offered the best probability of species survival. They've become humanity's primary partners in technological development, their logical thinking complementing human innovation. Together, they've created wonders that neither species could achieve alone. The Nalari proved most resistant, not through military action but through diplomatic isolation. Their gas-based physiology made them natural experts at avoiding direct confrontation. Eventually, humanity's patience and consistent fair treatment convinced them that the new order offered more freedom than the old council's rigid hierarchies. But the real transformation occurred within humanity itself. The Hidden Empire's success had created a confidence that bordered on arrogance. Some human leaders advocated for complete alien subjugation. Others pushed for rapid expansion to claim every habitable world in the galaxy. Emperor Stone had chosen a different path. Rather than rule through fear, humanity would lead through example. The new galactic government operates on principles the old council never imagined: merit-based advancement, technological sharing, and genuine cooperation between species. Admiral Lisa Stone, great-granddaughter of the original captain, commands humanity's peacekeeping fleets. Her ships patrol trade routes once dominated by alien cartels, ensuring safe passage for all species. Pirates and raiders quickly learned that attacking merchant vessels results in swift retribution from forces they cannot escape or defeat. The economic revolution has been even more dramatic than the political one. Human technology, freely shared, rather than hoarded, has elevated living standards across the galaxy. Worlds that struggled with basic energy production now harvest power from their own stellar winds. Species that never mastered interstellar travel use human-designed drives to explore previously unreachable systems. Dr. Grace Kim, now the galaxy's leading expert on psionic development, oversees training programs that help other species unlock mental abilities. The nebula's unique properties affect different biologies in fascinating ways. Altani telepaths can coordinate military units across light years. Vex psychics process probability calculations that predict market fluctuations years in advance. Most remarkably, humanity has begun teaching other species to survive in previously impossible environments. The techniques developed in the Void Nebula apply to harsh conditions throughout the galaxy. Desert worlds bloom with life using storm energy irrigation. Ice planets become comfortable through quantum warming systems. Agent Cole Ross, now Director of Galactic Intelligence, reports remarkable stability. Crime rates have dropped to historic lows. Interspecies conflicts have virtually disappeared. The black markets that once thrived on council corruption have collapsed as legitimate trade provides better opportunities. Cultural exchange has created renaissance periods for multiple species. Human artists work with alien partners to create forms that transcend individual limitations. Altani emotional depth combined with human technical skill produces music that moves listeners to tears across species barriers. Vex logical frameworks provide structure for human creativity that results in architectural marvels spanning entire star systems. Scientific advancement has accelerated beyond all predictions. Joint research teams tackle problems that challenged individual species for millennia. The combination of human adaptability, Vex calculation, Altani intuition, and Nalari environmental mastery has unlocked secrets of universe itself. The most ambitious project involves expanding habitable space. Through controlled stellar engineering, teams of human-led scientists are converting dead systems into garden worlds, creating new planets from asteroid fields, and igniting artificial suns to warm them. The galaxy's carrying capacity increases monthly, but perhaps the greatest achievement is psychological. The species that once shunned humanity now compete for closer association with human projects. Alien children learn human languages as eagerly as their own. Young adults from across the galaxy apply for positions in human colonies, seeing them as centers of opportunity and advancement. Emperor Stone reviews the summit agenda as representatives. File into the conference chambers. Today's discussions will cover the next phase of galactic expansion, exploration beyond the galaxy's rim into intergalactic space. Human technology has made such journeys possible, and volunteer crews from every species have applied for positions on the exploration fleets. He reflects on his great-grandfather's desperate gamble in the Void Nebula. The exile meant to contain, humanity's ambitions had instead unleashed potential no one imagined. The species once deemed unworthy of galactic citizenship now leads a confederation that spans hundreds of thousands of worlds. The galaxy had rejected humanity and forced them to forge their own path. In doing so, they created something greater than anyone dreamed possible. A true galactic civilization built on cooperation, innovation, and unlimited possibility. Humanity's greatest triumph wasn't conquering the galaxy, but transforming it into something worthy of conquest.